This is so nice. I'm so happy to be back in your loving arms. I got a little crooked camera. Let me fix that. Hello. Hi, sweethearts. It's so good to see you. Hi. Hello. I can't imagine that there's anyone new here, but for those of you that could be new here, my name is Angela Mary, and I go by Angela Mary Magic here and in my witchcraft club and on Instagram and on Twitter, like new favorite thing, just dropping tweets, and on TikTok, where I'm emerging. And in my life, I'm frequently called Mama Witch, and for that, I am just eternally grateful and vibe with and fuck with so hardcore. So it's good to see you. I want you to know that my pronouns are she, they, and that I'm streaming to you in so-called SoCal as an uninvited guest of the still very much still living Tongva people. And in the chat, I would just absolutely love to see all of you. If you're feeling it, state your pronouns, and definitely, even if you're not feeling it, figure out the indigenous lands that you are a guest upon and acknowledge that in the chat. Particularly acknowledge it if you're living on your native lands. So it's good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Venus Day. Oh my goodness. It's so lovely to see everybody showing up. Hello. Hi, sweethearts. Mwah. What do you think of my Venus red mouth? It's pretty yummy, isn't it? It's a color called Passion. And I don't know, 2021, I just upped my lipstick game, and that's just a natural fact. I take that mask off in Target and I'm like a crazy clown with it smeared, and I just smile a little more with some of it on my teeth. I just can't get enough of painting this mouth. I'm just into it so much. Matter of fact, my sweetie was with me last time I chose a bunch of colors right before Modern Witches Confluence, where I am beyond honored to have been your FemC for 2021. I'm just going to ride that FemC status all the way through 2021, all the way till midnight on December 31st, because it's been such a joy. I've made so many gorgeous loves of my life, and I've been able to serve our shared commingled communities in a way that has just been something I'll treasure forever. And I'm thrilled that that lives in my witch bones. So welcome. Today we're going to have such a cool broadcast. I'm so excited that I don't know how I got on Aaron's list over at Weiser Books, but they have been so generous and lovely asking if I'd like to receive some goodies. And today I will be unboxing the wonderful Wanderer's Tarot. Now, Aaron and I don't know each other in real life. I dig them because they have a Y in their name. I don't know. I just have a thing about names with Y's in them. And Aaron could not have known really that I'm kind of jumped in really hard with Modern Witches when they sent me Wanderer's Tarot. It's a deck that I love deeply. Well, I've got the Weiser edition, which now that they are the publisher of the beautiful works of Casey Zabala, I'm so excited to pop that baby open for all of us. I did take a peek. I couldn't resist. And there's something really special about it that even goes beyond this fabulous sparkly edging. So I can't wait to do that. And then the wonderful Relative Tarot, which is brand new to me by Carrie Paris, who's not new to me. I have kind of seen them, I think, when I very first got started on the internet. Maybe the Hermit's Lamp was in cahoots with Carrie Paris, but please say hello to Carrie Paris if they're in the chat. And I hope Casey Zabala's in the chat. I really love seeing Modern Witches spread out over here on YouTube. And I'm super honored that I've got the most viewed videos that I've done in collaboration with Modern Witches over there. So sweethearts, this is an important space, our worldwide coven here. We have a way of giving love that brings life to witches. So take a moment and hop over to the Modern Witches new YouTube channel and like all the videos that I've done with them. A couple of them are in my community tab here on YouTube. Community tabs are a really big deal here too. So before we go any further, if you're new here, please take a second, smash that like button, and take a second and subscribe to the channel and put on the bell for post notifications, because this is always has been my most fave place on the internet. I love my YouTube channel. And the folks that I've met here have changed my life again and again and again. And there's a lot of lifelong friendships that have been made in this space amongst other folks as well. Moon Baby Magick Tarot, my tarot deck, was born here. So it's a really special space. So if you're new here and you've already smashed that like button and you've already subscribed and hit the bell for notification, here's the real kicker. With every video that I make, every time that I'm in this space over here, it is a live candle service. So today I've got this amazing tobacco and tonka bean candle that I will be lighting for us. Whether you're here live or you're capturing this later, I strike this match and I light this beautiful ceremonial candle in the name of love to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening, and we're ready to receive the messages that are meant for us. Not only will we be unboxing from Weiser Books, sweetheart Erin, I hope you're here right now somehow, some way, and you know that the works that you do, they're really important, and they travel across this land, and they really create sparks that give life and energy to the magic of witches. So thank you so much, Erin. We will also be calling in the corners, which is massively important to me. And we will be doing our weekly tarot scopes, which is massively important to me. Oh my goodness. We've got a visitor, sweethearts. We've got a coven kitty here. Let's see how long Juniper wants to hang out. Oh, Juniper. This is my little sarsaparilla. Say hi, sarsaparilla. Some of you that went to Modern Witches Confluence and were with us on Halloween morning for our witch relations conversation that I'm calling now the Rubio Carrington conversation with my friends Maritza K. Rubio, who's the founder and director of Makara Center for the Arts, and then Dan Veitz, who is Leonora Carrington's grandson. We're friends through tarot, and we're friends through tea and magic and imagination. I had a conversation with them on Halloween morning at Modern Witches Confluence, which was a Bring Your Cat to Coven meeting. And so I hope that you know that your animal familiars are so welcome here. Oh, look at sarsaparilla. This one yesterday for the eclipse, I had a gathering in my witchcraft club with the really kind of a small coven enactment called Sacred Sweethearts. We gathered for our monthly bespoke candle service. And afterwards, Juniper normally sits by my sliding glass window and watches the moon. It's not a joke. But they stayed right next to me, right on the sofa, kind of like arm. And they waited for me to be done with the broadcast. And I picked them up like this and I started kissing their face, and they pressed their face against my lips. I thought, wow, what a special night. The eclipse portal's open. Happy full moon, sweeties. It's so special that this Taurus full moon is landing in and around this Friday, because Fridays are ruled by Venus. I'm a Taurus rising, and I happen to know that Casey Zabala, the creator of the Wanderer's Tarot, is also a Taurus rising. So we have some fun things in common. And Casey was so welcoming and so open to my idea of a Bring Your Cat to Coven. You know, Leonora Carrington has so many cats and so many wild creatures and animal familiars in their amazing artwork. And we'll be peeking through the Tarot of Leonora Carrington Star Edition book today, which I'm super excited about, and some other books, and just getting into it. Tomorrow, I'm able to broadcast for Modern Witches in my third spell. I love you. I think Juniper likes it up here today. At my local library, the Central Library here in Huntington Beach is designed by the wonderful architects Richard and his son Dion Nutra. There we go. Bye, baby. You're so cute. That was the longest Juniper's ever hung out with us. I'm so excited. So if you are fucking with our tarot and books segment here today, join me in my witchcraft club, where we will have a very special book club starting in 2022, which we will begin with 12 weeks of The Artist's Way together, and one other special book that I want to keep secret for my friends over there. And also Modern Witches has this really incredible Discord channel in their coven, which I'm a very proud covener of. That's really emerging. A book club's emerging there too. Not enough books and tarot ever, right? I hope that my editor's watching this right now, slapping their forehead. I love you, Amanda. If you're here, sweetheart. I'm a very, very, very proud reviewer at Indie Deck Review, and they've been so generous and beautiful with me as I've been all in, hunkering down for the final shipping of Moon Baby Magick Tarot, which is always only meant to be printed 3 times. The final printing just so happened to land right at Hallows, and we were busy shipping away. But I want you to see my next deck that I'm reviewing for Indie Deck Review is Cosmo Tarot. Oh my goodness. Speaking of tarot and books, the wonderful Sarah Potter partnered up with Cosmopolitan Magazine, where they're a frequent contributor and writer, and they created this beautiful tarot deck. So please subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to do a full walkthrough and review of this here on the channel. It will begin at Indie Deck Review, though. Okay. Oh, spread out over there, because oh my goodness. And the team, my partners and my loves over there, the other reviewers over at Indie Deck Review, have done such an amazing job. I'm pretty new over there. There's 6 of us newbies. I think 5 of us remaining now. And it's been a spectacular experience. So I will take a peek at the chat in just a second, sweethearts. But one thing that's really important in this space is that you feel really comfortable in the chat. Get to know each other. Say who you are. Share your socials. Spread out, make it your own. And when you do that, you serve yourself, you serve your body, you fill your cup, and it also creates a digital footprint over here that tells YouTube there's something happening in that worldwide coven of Angela Mary Magicks, and it puts out signals that waft out into the web and bring more folks to this space so it stays healthy and sustainable, which is massively important. So I hope you have something lovely to drink. This is my Eclipse brew that I made specially for last night for my witchcraft club. I'm so proud of this. Write it down, because I'm going to spit it out quick. I began on my altar with this beautiful Holy Trinity of cardamom pods, fresh turmeric, and ginger, and they were there for 3 days. And then they were brought over to my moon-infused water, where I've got holy basil, roasted dandelion root, some cayenne, and stevia, because I've got a sweet tooth, cuties. So let's raise a glass to each other and have a sip for everyone that's here. Everybody that is able, because of their privilege, to gather here live. And we drink this for folks that are not able to be here, that are in any kind of carceral systems, that the only spell they have is to whisper on their tongue and swallow their own saliva. So we raise a glass for those in carceral situations. And it doesn't have to be a prison. It can be a prison of the mind. It can be a prison inside a family or a lover that keeps you from your magic. There's just so many ways that we can be vilified as witches. So we raise a glass for those that are incarcerated in any way. So a votre sante, honeys. Delicious. A second sip. Gorgeous. And that third yummy sip. This is my wedding china, cuties. This is Wedgwood. Isn't it gorgy? It's the pattern called India. Isn't that pretty? How like the flora and fauna jumps off. The pattern jumps off onto the white. I love it so much. So we're now settled in. We said our hellos. We've smashed the like button. We've lit our coven candle. And now we'll take a moment and call in the corners. And I'd like to invite you to be comfortable in your body in the way that your body is signaling you, and turn in any way that you're called to or are able to the direction of north. North is the element of earth and our body. We say, hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north. You are our bones. Say it with me. Bones. Our ancestors. Bones. Our living bones that are knit together by magic, knit together by love, knit together by pain, made to change. Bones. Guardians of the watchtowers of the north, earth. Say it with me. Be here now. We turn now in any way that we're able to the direction of east, the element of air, and we say, hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the east air. You are our song. You are our motion, our psychic ability, our poetry, our music, our digital spaces that cannot be stopped. You are our dawn of new ideas. You are the breath of life. Guardians of the watchtowers of the east air. Be here now. We turn now in any way our body is able to the direction of south, the element of fire. Candle magic. Beloved candle magic. Beloved passion, beloved root of our body that holds our trauma, that holds our scars, that holds our story, that holds our sweet secrets. When we say, hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the south, fire, we mean the tiniest flickering flame, the spark, the little ember, and we mean the roaring bonfire. Those dreams that move us to wake in the night, those dreams that we hang on to in our suffering. Those are our fire. That's what keeps us warm. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south, fire. Be here now. We turn now in any way we're able to the direction of west, the element of water, water. And your guardians that reside in the west, in the sunset, in the water. You are welcome here. You are wanted here. You're needed here. Every droplet, all of the mist, every bit of the sea smoke, every bit of the ice, every bit of the water that holds our memories and the mystery of life, that hold cosmic truths that are still totally argued about. Water, you mysterious, delicious, emotional, and radical thing that drop by drop carves our story into our flesh, the nectars of our body. We honor today, as we say, guardians of the watchtowers of the West, water. Be here now. We coil now like a snake into the center of our altar where we encounter ourselves and spirit, which are one and the same, for we are spirit and spirit is us, and spirit is death and spirit is life, and spirit is death again, and then new unexpected life, the miracles, the mystery that lives in the center of our altar. Spirit of death and life, be here now. I sound this bell, which activates our spell. Oh, my loves, moon babies, darlings, we are now between worlds, and how very sweet it is. Here we play, here we are safe, here we dream new dreams. We have new enactments. We have old enactments, and we are all welcome. I enter this space in perfect love and perfect trust. Oh my goodness. Never, ever gets old. Today's a really, really special day because the energy of the full moon is just coursing through our veins. We are charged moon drops. We are charged moonbeams. We are charged moonlight. We are the moon. We've swallowed the moon, and we're here to celebrate everything that is right now, everything that's real. So I have to begin with my love of poetry and share with you the words of the incredible, inimitable witch, Audre Lorde. I give you on the night of the full moon, out of my flesh that hungers and my mouth that knows comes the shape I'm seeking for reason. The curve of your waiting body fits my waiting hand. You're warm as sunlight, your lips quick as young birds, between your thighs the sweet, sharp taste of limes. Thus I hold you, frank in my heart's eye, in my skin's knowing. As my fingers conceive your flesh, I feel your stomach moving against me. Before the moon wanes again, we shall come together, and I would be the moon, spoken over your beckoning flesh, breaking against reservations, beaching thought, my hands at your high tide, over and under inside you, and the passing of hungers attended, forgotten, darkly risen. The moon speaks, my eyes, judging your roundness, delightful. The slightly clean version. Thank you, Audrey Lord. Oh my goodness. I need to just hold myself and feel myself in this moment and say hello. It's so good to see everybody, honeys. I know the chat will jump in just a second. Know this, I have time and space. I've got my devices handy to do a few card pulls at the end. If you'd like to utilize Super Chat, I am here for it. So I'll just say something in the chat to make it come to life real quick and see how this works. You'll know it's me because it's a very me thing to say. Hello, hello, hi. Oh, I see new names and I'm loving seeing that, sweethearts. My intention is to keep this up and handy. And just let me know. There's a functionality at the bottom called Super Chat. If you want a card, you just use that functionality and it'll bloom to life. But I'm so, so excited to be surrounded in some of my favorite books. Some of them I will bring over to Modern Witches to our Coven gathering tomorrow at the Central Library here in Huntington Beach, which is such a gorgeous building. It's a brutalist modern building. It's just really chunky and sort of linear. Richard Neutra was trained partially by Frank Lloyd Wright. So there's some of that waterfall house vibe to it where there's the long flat roof. Well, there's owls that live right outside the windows of the children's library. So my intention is to show you the owls tomorrow. And I hope you're excited about that because they're absolutely beautiful. So sweeties, without further ado, I will begin with the relative tarot. This is how it showed up to me from Erin at Weiser Books, which I'm super excited to get into with you. Cute little natural, kind of a straw, not jute. I do think it's like a flax bow that I'll just untie right now, which is really just such a nice touch to have a simple bow on a package. And it's wrapped without tape. This is all the things that I love. There's so much intentionality to it, being more earth loving and earth friendly. And here it is. Oh my goodness, I already need to holler to my kid that just got home from school that I forgot to bring my scissors over. Oh, I've got my ritual knife. I'm good. Hold on. My 90s ritual knife. Oh, yes. Is Carrie Paris here? Are they in our chat? This showed up in like a bubble wrap. And I love like showing the utter realness of how things show up and in what condition and how they are. I don't know if they give like one-offs to folks to review on channels. I'm not sure. I deeply appreciate the offer and this nice, kind moment from Weiser. It showed up a little crunched on this side. Let's wait for my camera to grab that focus. And simply wrapped in plastic. And the rest of it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous large box. This looks like it's 5x7 to me. And it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. I don't think I'm going to get into reading a whole bunch of stuff about it. I'm going to get into it and then I'll talk to my editor about further works that I could do with this. CWP19. Oh my goodness. Hello, babe. It's good to see you. I just saw you pop right up. Oh my goodness. It's so great to see you too. I had to go away and just figure out how to be a person that knows how to ship 3 different print runs of Moonbaby Magick Tarot, and then wild Altalune Sensual Oracle cards popped up to you all. And that all happened inside of one 12-month span. I'm tired. I'm tired right now. So I'm really happy to be back in the place that I have just adored since 2018, live streaming. Honeys, my first live stream was on Halloween 2018, and it's so special to me. So we are unboxing the Relative Tarot. We've got a Weiser Books unboxing. Thank you, Cole. Thank you so, so much. I can't wait to pull a card for you in just a moment. It looks to me like there's a magnetic flap here. Let's investigate. Yep, it's a beautiful magnetic flap. Oh, look how gorgeous. Now, see, when things are it's hard to ship, you all. My goodies, in case you didn't know, CWP, Altalune is in a really sturdy box, and still I put it in another box because I don't know if you heard that little crackle, but when things are shipped in bubble wrap, they really don't, it's tough for them to get across. Okay, so that little crunch here translates inside as well. And it's a beautiful, look at this, it opens like a book, and there's a gorgeous collage style here. And I love it for looking very, I don't know, it's beyond nouveau. It's in another language. I can't wait to get into it. It says, "Who am I? What have I come here to do? How do I find my soul's truth?" Well, that's fabulous. Good to know. Thank you, Carrie. So the guidebook is here first. It says a guidebook for the diligent diviner. Oh, goodness. So that's really detailed. It's beautiful. And I want you to see this too. As I pulled this out, it's nested inside like a secret pouch inside this book style. It's gorgeous. This delicious kind of like tea stained white is just one of my favorite colors. It's super, super beautiful. Look at this beautiful image. A guidebook for the diligent diviner. How awesome. There we go. And let's pop this deck open right away, shall we? All right. Okay, so there's a message beneath the deck too. It's got this nice cream ribbon. It's a fabric ribbon. It says, "Fare thee well till next we meet." Isn't that good? I love this. And it's pretty sturdy as well. Well done. And the book, oh my goodness, look at this deck. It has a very, very simple plastic band, which I'll slide off now. It's so nice to see less shrink wrap, isn't it? And this is the gorgeous backs that are so simple. And feeling this color palette and Sweetie's look. The coveted gilded, golden gilded edge. Just beautiful. Wow. And we begin, oh my goodness, hang on. Am I missing a card? We begin with the Magician. So I'm going to check and see if the Fool is beneath that. And then on to the High Priestess. Let's see if the Fool's in the back. And ending with the Ace of Swords. Did I drop a card? I'll have to look. I don't know where our Fool is, but I'm super pleased with our Magician. How gorgeous. Yeah, so that's not a card that's inside there. I can't wait to see where the Fool's going to pop up for us, honeys. Let's look at the major arcana together. There's our High Priestess. Beautiful. There's the Empress. In Moon Baby, you know, we're Emprex with 2 X's. This is the Empress. Just gorgeous. Here's the Emperor. Really fabulous photography. I'm going to stop there for a second. I want to look in this guidebook because this is the first time I've seen this. And it's not sold separately. It says it on the back. Carrie Paris with Tina Hart. So I don't know what role Tina Hart plays. There's a nice dedication. They begin with acknowledgments. And then on to the introduction. Welcome to the Relative Tarot. If you've been drawn here, dear diviner, chances are it's for a very good reason. As you will soon learn, this tarot is unique as the deck's animating force is the love of our very own beloved ancestors. This is awesome. That's why it's called the Relative Tarot. Isn't that good? It began years ago, as most creative projects do, with a spark of an idea to create a majors and courts only deck featuring portraits of my readers' relatives, humbly and respectfully. I worked in perfect faith, and if I created a sacred space with invited the ancestors, they would come, and they did. I was sent such remarkable images, photos of antique tintypes and cabinet cards, black and white and sepia toned, some very well loved and bearing the seams of time. These pictures were presented with such reverence and resolve to have these lives and stories immortalized, celebrated, and shared. I can't wait to get into this beautiful guidebook. Let's move through. Look at the gorgeous Hierophant or Hierophant. However you want to say it is 100% okay. Our lovely Lovers card. So I got 2 Lovers cards. I see. Okay. So, oh wow, I've got 3 Lovers cards. I'm going to take that very seriously to the bank. Here's the Chariot. Beautiful. There we go. I'll just put one of the Lovers cards over here and hold the other 2 out. That's going to be fun for me. Here's the Strength card, the Justice card, the Hermit card, the Wheel of Fortune, Strength again. I love it. So we've got the Tarot de Marseille style. No. So we've got Strength times 2. This is very interesting. So the Strength card is here and the Justice card is here. There's 2 key 11s. I'm intrigued. Here's the Hanged Man. Here's the Death card. Here is Temperance. Here is the Devil. Okay. Here's the Tower. Here's the Star card. Beautiful. Here's La Luna. Here's the Moon. Here's the Sun. Judgment. And the world is called the universe. And sweeties, guess what? Our Fool has emerged. I love it so much. That was great fun. Thank you so much, Aaron and Weiser, for sending me the Relative Tarot. I'm going to have so much fun with this deck. It's beautiful to touch. It's the classic 475 by 275 as far as my hand can tell. It doesn't seem like it's smaller, but we'll check it out with a ruler and later as I get deeper into it. But look at the beautiful gilded mirrored edge. Isn't that incredible? Wow. Hi, Celeblin. I've missed you so. It's good to see you. I just love this subtle back. It reminds me of the Tarot of Leonora Carrington. I mean, the audacity of having just a simple dove gray back to a card is so heaven. So well done, Carrie. This is awesome. Yay. So I will take my 3 lovers and have a really great weekend with this deck. This is going to be a lot of fun, honeys. Good. Oh, my goodness, sweeties. What have I knocked over? I don't even know what that was. We're just going to let it go. Oh, it was an incense burner, honeys. Let that just go. One thing that I have to do on Fridays is that behind the scenes, you may not know, I live at the beach. And on Fridays, we have a tsunami preparedness siren that goes off. It can be very wild to listen to. So I've got my windows kind of closed up. And it means I have to move things around to close up my windows. So that incense burner just didn't break, but it just sprayed all my ash all over, which is very, very eclipse season to me. I mean, I've had more flashes of energy. How are all of you doing with the eclipse? How did that work out for all of you all? I've been having an amazing eclipse. I had one of the most spectacular dreams of my life last night. Wow. Let's take a second and cleanse our palate between decks. Drink in threes, my loves. I was sharing with my witchcraft club, there's something about this Taurus full moon that feels very aqueous, very water. As the Empress, lounges upon the earth, I have this vision of that Taurus Venus lounging pillow princess vibe, where our bodies are the divining rod for the nectar that's beneath the surface, that's calling us into the warmth of winter if we're in North America. Lovely. All right. It's time for Wanderer's Tarot now, cuties. I'm so excited about this deck. It's so beautiful. I have loved this. When I went to Modern Witches Confluence in 2019, I literally registered to walk in the door with my daughter. My bestie dropped us. It was at a gorgeous location in San Francisco, right in Golden Gate Park, in I think it's called the San Francisco County Room or something like that. If somebody knows that, please just state it in the chat. It was a beautiful, beautiful in-person event, and I cannot wait till Modern Witches has more in-person events. I will definitely be there and hope to meet all of you face to face. But I registered and purchased the Wanderer's Tarot immediately, and they had the solar edition and the midnight edition, and I purchased the midnight edition that has black edges. It's beautiful. Hi, sweeties. Yes. Oh, Wanderers is dope because it's out there. It reminds me of Moon Baby in the way that it's like, this is tarot the way we said it is. It's like, because I said so tarot. It's very strong. The suits are renamed in a really dope way. So let's check it out and see what the differences are with the Weiser edition. So, cuties, you open it up and you are greeted with Casey's artwork right away. Their guidebook is a zine, which I have massive respect for. I absolutely love a zine guidebook and a simple guidebook and a QR code guidebook and a paperless resource. I love it so much. So here we are with created by Casey Zabala as the greeter. And then you open up. I want to make sure there's not a QR code in it, so I won't flash that to anybody. Hi, sweethearts. It's good to see you. Oh my goodness, I'm happy to see you, baby Reckon. So in the center is basically what I consider to be like a mobile altar cloth or spread cloth or spreadsheet, I guess you could call it, which is beautiful. And I'll get into that in just a second, but I want to get into the cards. Casey's really dope because the Wanderer's Tarot, I don't know if this is again, maybe Weiser sent me a one-off, but in my Wanderer's Tarot deck, you're greeted by the title page inside the wonderful zine guidebook. And in this, it was sort of embedded inside, which I'm just showing you right now. So I don't know, Cole, you were saying you just got it. So let us know, did your guidebook show up with this as the cover, or was the cover popped out, just so we can know? Because maybe what they do is they send one-offs to reviewers. I'm not sure. It's always a mystery to me how that works out. It's so nice to get a clean copy so I can give a clean review and share with people exactly what they get when they purchase it, So anyways, Casey does a brilliant job because they create a manifest, and I want to share it with you now. The Wanderer's Tarot is a divination tool and a practice of personal reflection. Acquaint yourself with the archetypes of nature and cosmos in order to discover the expansive microcosm within. Speak with the cards and they respond in the language of spirit and symbol. light a candle, and let the journey begin yourself. Isn't that good? Ah, I love it so much. So much intentionality. So the suits are named, and I'll get into that in a second. There's numerology on a page. The court cards are named here. The major arcana is named here. So Casey doesn't do in their zine an explanation for every card, just the majors. And I do have their longer guidebook, which I'm not sure sort of where that is within the Weiser canon, or if Casey's just has that as their own separate offering. It's very interesting transition for wanderers to go from a private thing to having a publisher. So I'm not sure how that looks. If anybody's here with us and knows how that's going, please let us know. Yes. Right. Okay. So I believe because the guidebook, see how different this guidebook is compared to the one that's like the classic punk rock zine from my era, my generation created zines, and it flips like a book. So it's actually longer, and it still opens up to the beautiful spread cloth. But like the zines from the punk rock days of the 80s, there's the slit in the center, which means you have to kind of be a little bit more careful with how you refold it. But I'm just so used to it. So I think this is a simplified version. So it's an accordion fold. So it shows up, the title shows up on this side, which is lovely. So before we get deeper into this, I'd like to show you the cards. This kind of box, I've heard people literally argue about it. I thought I knew a lot about tarot till I became a creator of tarot myself, and now a reviewer of tarot. And the depth of conversation that happens about tarot and boxes is a major, major thing. Once again, like I was willing to be canceled for the box that was our stretch goal that we created in community. So thank you, sweethearts, for supporting the Altalune collection campaign. I was so happy with that stretch goal because I really wanted to create that delicious nude box. I just felt it in the world. I'm a huge fan of clamshell boxes. Clamshell boxes just open like that delicious Botticelli Birth of Venus, Venus on the half shell, right? I love a clamshell box that just opens simply like this. And here's a dope improvement of the Wanderer's Tarot, which I love so much. And it reminds me of my precious decks themselves. There's a simple paper band. Isn't that good? Don't you love it? And look again with these beautiful gilded edges. They're in silver, which is super moony. I love silver for embodying the moon. So let's do it, honeys. Let's break this seal. Let's use my ritual knife, my 90s ritual knife. Oh, that was fun. And let's do some flip through after we look at the backs of the cards. Now, this is hand drawn, and I just have massive respect for the stony moment that must have been the drawing of this gorgeous card back. Look at how mesmerizing that is. If ever there was a card that looks like a solar or lunar eclipse, maybe not a lunar eclipse, but a solar eclipse to be certain. I just love this fractal light that's just bursting forth. It's beautiful, isn't it? And here are the silver edges. I want to make this super, super clear in case anybody has a sensation of like nepotism in action here. I did not request Weiser to send this to me. I did not even request to review this with Indie Deck Review. I was magically gifted this. This is witchcraft in action. This is magic in action that I'm able to give some love back to Casey for this deck and for the love they've given me on a personal and professional level. So this is all just magic in action, sweeties. They did not ask me to do anything with this deck. It was just meant to be utilized. They're very open to folks doing reviews. I said, oh, I'd love to use this on my YouTube channel. And Aaron was like, fabulous. So I'm loving it. Here is the Wanderer's Tarot Fool. Did I do that? Did I just mark the Fool with my ritual knife, cuties? I did. I did. Even some maternal spit can't hide what I've just done to this deck. I've marked it with love, sweeties. We literally need to have 2 Wanderer's Tarots at this house because I am not the only tarot reader in this household, sweeties. So this deck gets around. I was freaking out, not knowing where my little zine guidebook was that I needed reference in September, and I found it in my daughter's room. So here we go. There's the Fool. Isn't that gorgeous? I want to tell you before we get into flipping through a little bit about this deck beyond the manifest, which I think is such a fabulous, fabulous thing to write in there. The suits are renamed. Moons represent emotions, psychic channels related to healing, the tides of water tied to love and the creative. So the moons are cups. Stones represent what is harvested and sown in the earth associated with economy and material wealth. So stones are pentacles. Feathers, the suits of desire plus passion, representative of spirit, flight, and associated with the fire element, sweeties. So feathers are wands, and knives represent the discerning force of the intellect, logic, and reason associated with the air element and learning. So that's our swords or blades. I love the renaming. It really makes you like sit and think. And I want to share with you also how the court cards are renamed. Philosopher is a student, a teacher, forever gaining knowledge and dismantling ideas, romantic and serious. Goddess is a strong and nurturing figure with true emanating power, the body of their suit, a fully blossomed flower. Prophet, the seeker, a seer, one with knowledge to inform their future through will and action. And the wanderer, a buoyant, excited traveler, ready to take on the gifts of the cosmos, ready to risk all. I think that's fantastic. I love it so, so much. So, the numerology is just epic because it's just a few words about each number, and it really, really brings your readings to life for those of you that are readers. Here is our Fool. And here's the Magician. This is a black and white deck. It's really gutsy. I love it so much. This is the High Priestess. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the Empress card. Don't you love that? Lounging, Venusian, gorgeous Empress. Here's our Emperor. As is these gilded decks, occasionally they stick together on your first use, but it's just a gorgeous, thicker cardstock. It's beautiful. Okay, so here we are with the Hierophant or Hierophant, however you want to say it. Here's the Lovers. Gorgeous. Here's the Chariot. Oh, a black and white deck just looks so gorgeous on our altars, doesn't it? I have actually linked inside the description of the video Carrie Paris and Casey Zabala's Instagram accounts and Weiser Books as well, where you can purchase the Wanderer's Tarot. Here we are, the Strength card. Key 9, the Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. So this is the Rider-Waite-Smith style deck. We've got the Hanged One. Here's Casey's death card. It's awesome. Isn't it good? Temperance. I'm born October 14th, so I major fuck with temperance. I love that card. Here's the devil. Keep it simple. Get to the point. I love it so much. Here's the tower. Pretty aggressive tower, which is wildly appropriate. Here's the star card. And here's the moon. Here's the sun. And here's the judgment card. Fantastic. Out there. I love it. It's a super like psych rock, gorgeous, looking like a old 70s rock poster, doesn't it? And here's the world. I love this card. Isn't that beautiful? So the full walkthrough, I'll do it another time in a separate video, just like I'll be doing with the Cosmo Tarot, which I'm so excited to get to. I'm really appreciating everyone's patience, as being an independent creator is intense. And there's a lot of I's to dot and T's to cross. And it's not for everybody. It takes a lot of energy, especially for those of us that have multi responsibilities, which I feel like most of us do these days, have multi responsibilities. I don't think I know a single person that's got a one note lifestyle, but putting back the Wanderer's Tarot in this beautiful, isn't that pretty to see all four suits in their decor? Moons, stones, knives, and feathers. And we'll say goodbye for now to this beautiful baby. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. And pop this right back in. That simple guidebook. There we go. How special. And I will put those on top of these other books that I highly, highly recommend. Let's see. Here's the Relative Tarot. I've got a stack of books that include some real favorites over here, and I want to get into them with you. I hope I don't unplug my mic, or else it will kill our broadcast. I absolutely love my friend Teresa Reed's books, and she has a publisher in Weiser. And so they did not ask me to make any of these statements. So this is all just from my own bookshelves, things that I purchased myself that I absolutely adore. I've got Tarot No Questions Asked, which is an incredible book by Teresa Reed. Amazing. Who's the tarot lady over on Instagram. I've got Gabriella Herstick's book, The Craft. And this book, sorry, not The Craft, it's Craft. And I've got the UK version, which is the first version that came out, and it's hardbound. It's divine. I love it so much. And Faye and I went to their book opening, which was at a wonderful cafe that's a bookstore and cafe in LA for the opening. Gabby's very first public event with that book in 2017, 2018. That was great fun. And then I've got their US version called Inner Witch. I love Gabby so much. I've got the wonderful Lisa Marie Basile's book, Light Magic for Dark Times, which is a fabulous take on tarot, magic, spells, almost like a vibe of decor to it, altars, for getting through difficult times. It's beautiful. Lisa Marie Basile is a gorgeous poet and author, and they wrote this book as a response to grief. They were grieving the loss of someone, and they wrote this book. It's a gorgeous book. And then I've got Pam Grossman's Waking the Witch, for obvious reasons. It's epic. I've got the delicious Amanda Yates Garcia's Initiated book, which is beautiful. This is a signed edition that I literally lugged with me up to Modern Witches Confluence in 2019 so Amanda could sign it. It was so much fun. She wrote a beautiful message in Faye's hardbound book and my hardbound book. And shout out They invited me on to Between the Worlds this summer, and I'm so, so lucky that the episode came out in September because it really blew the doors open for a really major part of my career. And I'm so grateful to Amanda. What a generous witch. They're broadcasting and doing a little bit of work from the Fairy Creek blockade in Canada. And their Instagram stories have been epic. The works that they do for the earth in their witchcraft for Gaia are amazing. Their offerings are just so expansive and far reaching, but this book is fabulous. And then we've got Marcella Kroll's book, Priestess, which is unreal, like nothing you've ever seen. And that's published by Not a Cult, which is a small publisher here in LA, which is really cool. They have tons of books of poetry, just some really out there, beautiful offerings. I've met them in real life. They actually tabled at the Tarothon for migrant justice that I created at the Makara Center for the Arts in 2019, right before lockdown. And Dear Marcella was just, that Priestess was just coming out right then. And we were able to do a combination of like celebrating the book opening, and wonderful Leah Garza, Crystals of Altamira, did a talk. And it was just a really, really special day. So huge shout out to Maritza Rubio and Makara Center for the Arts. Chulita Vinyl Club Santa Ana spun records for us. It was a retrograde, so they did a retrograde redux mix of all long play, all vinyl records, which was so fun. We had an amazing time. So it was really great to gather with Marcella and celebrate their book and shine a light on their massive efforts and their small publisher. It was really, really cool. And then I've got Chani Nicholas's book, You Were Born for This. Chani is tearing it up. I also met Chani in real life at another celebration about maybe, gosh, a week before my hip replacement, a week after the Tarothon. Marcella put together a panel of folks that are so beloved to me. Among them was Naha, who is amazing, and Julian, who is the fearless leader of Mostly Angels LA, and Marcella invited Chani Nicholas out as well. And who am I forgetting? I think that's the whole panel that was there. It was awesome. It was a great night. And Chani's book is just so cool. It's so great to see them tearing it up with their app too, because I love books. They're amazing, but I also love to read digital too. So I love an app. I love to twiddle knobs and press buttons. Over here, I have personal books of magic and witchcraft that I endorse and encourage everybody to get into. I have Adrienne Marie Brown's Pleasure Activism. I've got Roxane Gay, Difficult Women. I've got Audre Lorde's Sister Outsider. I've got Eisler's The Chalice and the Blade, which is really an important, important book. There's a couple of books up here that are really important books on witchcraft. Just as important are the other books, but if you're a witch, I feel like that is The Chalice and the Blade is like mandatory reading. I've also got the wonderful Dr. Clarissa Pincola Estes, Women Who Run with the Wolves. And I know my friend Anna Anu, who's Soup Spoon over on Instagram, is doing an informal, wonderful private reading group where they're taking on reading Women Who Run with the Wolves right now. And I've got Mysteries of the Dark Moon, which is amazing. I've got Circle Round, which is about raising multi-generational folks in witchcraft, which is fabulous. It's a combination. Starhawk put together two other folks too. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see their names here. Oh, here we go. Please hold, because it is so not easy to be a creator, let alone an author. So I really want to get these names right. Starhawk wrote this with Diane Baker and Anne Hill. Maybe it's Annie Hill, but Anne Hill. Starhawk's book Spiral Dance, and then the real special big kahuna is The Great Cosmic Mother. by Monica Suge, and more. I can't remember the first name of More, M-O-R. They're both incredible. It's an amazing tome that's about the remembering of our craft, remembering of magic, remembering of our beloved witchcraft. They're gorgeous books. So it's nice to be flanked by these books. A couple of them I'm going to end up bringing to my library for the live stream tomorrow with Modern Witches. So let's get into some tarot scopes, and then I can pull cards for anybody. Oh my goodness, Mel, it's wonderful to see you. It's late over there, so cheers to you. I hope you have a little thimble of something delicious. Hello, Zanetta. Oh my goodness, friends, Zanetta and I are cooking up some gorgeous things. Sound Art Magic is here, and they are cooking up some really gorgeous sound offerings. And we have started putting together the idea of a little sound and visual magic for you all. That's coming up soon. I'm excited. Welcome, welcome, Sound Art Magic. So, sweethearts, I've got my son's copy of Moon Baby Magic Tarot, which you're going to love this. The other day, my beloved, super talented actor, singer, dancer, filmmaker, editor, brother had their birthday. Oh my goodness, no sooner do we have a jumper here. The Seven of Blades is showing up for us with the keyword bypass, right? And we've got that first quarter moon showing us that spirit is present. And tonight's a great night for our divination practices, to listen to our guardians and guides be here for us. When we see the suit of blades, that's swords, that's listening. That's seeing what's in the air. You can do beautiful smoke scrying on a night like tonight, and listening magic. We did some listening magic in my witchcraft club last night, and it was absolutely beautiful. Now, what an interesting jumper that shows that big, big chunk of smoky quartz in the center that I've used in many a spell. So take good care of yourselves right now. Protect your essence, protect your brain, protect your intellectual property. And that's our little jumper. I'm going to weave this back into our deck. My deck, you know that I've customized with green edges. You've seen it on all my broadcasts for the last probably 5 months. And I brought it up to my brother's house. I was telling you about my brother, who's a super talented artist, and it was their birthday the other day. They're Scorpio, and I went up with my son to West Hollywood to take him to lunch with mom and dad in the car too, sweeties. So we had a 5-hour journey back and forth with elderly folks in the back of the car. I'm still standing. And I brought up my deck to maybe pull some cards for my brother, and I've not seen it since. It also had my deck binder on it. I'm certain I just dropped it in my car. I'm certain that I have it, but we have been really purging, getting rid of all old clothes and old furniture and old ideas. We're letting go of stuff in preparation for this eclipse portal. So maybe I even dropped it at my charity shop. Maybe I even dropped it at Savers. So bottom line, Boone is so generous and let me use his deck yesterday. And he said, make sure you tell people it's my deck when you use it. So it's really got these gorgeous virginal sides and edges that are not customized. And we'll break the deck into 3 with our left hand, as is tarot tradition for some people. It is for me. And back into 1. And we will get into it straight off the top with our tarot scopes, honeys. I just feel like I want to pop in really quick and say hello. It's so nice to see you folks here. Oh my goodness. So I'll be pulling a card for Cold D after this. Use Super Chat if you'd like a Moon Baby Magic Tarot card in just a second. Aries. Oh my goodness. This one's for you. The Page of Caves with the full moon. It's just too delicious, isn't it? To pull a full moon card as our first card. Oh my goodness. Let's just take a moment and savor that. The Page of Caves, key word is fruition. So what are we bearing fruit from right now. Go to the source, go to the root, and recognize how that fruit was nourished and nurtured and brought to life. What are you calling forth right now? What are you celebrating? Because mandatory celebrations on full moons, you know, you can't wait till later. Mandatory celebrations on full moon. What are you celebrating? That doesn't mean you're celebrating only the good stuff. You're celebrating your life exactly as it is right now. So we are honoring our ancestors by celebrating our life exactly as it is on the full moons. This is a blue and a purple field, so it reminds us to speak our truth as we're celebrating and to really stoke the fires of our psychic ability. Love this for you, Aries. Yum. And I'll have all this time stamped in the description of this video after, so don't worry about it if you get here after your sign is called. Taurus, I love it so much. You've got the Sun card. This is so amazing. The Sun card keyword is luminous for you, Taurus. You really are the one. It really is time to just be that pillow princess and lie back and let the world love you. Let the world bring you what you need. So maybe you need to relax. Maybe you need to warm up your muscles so you can relax a little bit better, Taurus, and just receive. It's time to receive. How beautiful. This moon phase is the waxing gibbous moon phase where you want to calibrate your magic, make little adjustments so the flow is greater, kind of seen and felt, right? Are there lots of obstacles so the flow has to twist and turn and diminish its power? Let's move things around a little bit so the flow has this greater ability to move. All right, Taurus. Here we go, Gemini. It's your turn. The Death card. I love it so much. And now we've got the waning gibbous moon phase. So we got opposite moon phases. The waning gibbous moon is very, very powerful because you got to let go. The Death card is powerful because the only way that you can transition, transmute is by letting go. You need to relax. This is a card that just says, let it go, relax. I love the yellow field reminding you to keep softness in your communication. This is a soft butter yellow. And also it reminds you to take the time and make the time to just literally push pause and celebrate your life as it is right now. Awesome. Okay, Gemini, we're moving on. Cancer, this one's for you. The Knight of Blades, sexy. The keywords for the Knight of Blades are explore kinks. The knights are the cuties, the sexy, the crushes of the deck. That's how I read it. And this is my deck. So this is how it's going to be over here. Cancer, this is the balsamic moon, the waning crescent moon phase where you really recognize your needs. You see the emptiness in the cauldron. You know what needs to be added in, and you request it from your guardians and guides. The keyword is manifest. You've got yellow and green, so it's like communicate the needs of your body, right? That green field is all about your body, your abundance, your resources, right? So Cancer, awesome. Run into the wind, run into the energy, move. This is a great time for you to really like snatch what is yours. Awesome. All right. Am I wrong? Is it Leo? I love to play with Leo. Leo, it's your turn. You've got the Four of Caves. The key word is self-soothe. Another waning gibbous moon phase reminding you that you need to just honestly lower your body into whatever melted pose gives you the sweetest relief. Release your pelvic floor. Really relax and ground yourself. Self-soothe is what you say it is. That's why there's this gigantic fox-sized chunk of rose quartz on this card. Self-soothe is whatever you say it is. So make the call and get busy doing it. Take care of your bod right now. And in doing so, it's not like the money is going to flow by. It's going to be better sourced. Okay. Love it so much. It's time for Virgo. Love it. The Chariot card, key 7. The Chariot card is also adorned with this balsamic moon and a hearse and a midnight blue. The key word is motion. It's really, there's some kind of acceptance in this moment for you, Virgo, where you're recognizing what is kind of like dead and needs to be sloughed off. So it's time for you to get some physical movement on your body right now to slough off all the old story. Let go of those draining friendships, because that's not really very friendly, right? Kind of polish up your picker. All right, sweethearts. Virgo, I know you can do it. It's just time for you to get a move on with what you really love. I know you're so good at supporting others, but it's time for you to get into what you really love. It is Libra's turn. Love it. We've got the 6 of Blades. Oh, I just flipped the cards. Hold on. This is the 6 of Blades, and we've got the waxing crescent moon phase adorning this card. The keyword, there's 2 keywords, spirit guide. So this is a time to really have faith and get into your prayer life. Your candle magic, any kind of visual magic is really powerful right now, Libra. You need to speak your truth. You need to be heard. You need to be seen. You need to get those contracts signed. I'm into it during an eclipse portal. I'm into signing contracts. It feels very opposite of a retrograde moment for me. It feels like a vast wormhole where you can get shit done very, very quickly, Libra. So this is the 6 of Blades with the honey drippers showing you to really please yourself and please and appease your spirit guides and how they're teaching you and guiding you in this moment. Really nurture the tiny wisdoms and tiny new ideas that you have. And you got this, Libra. Fun. All right, Scorpio. Happy birthday to you. You got the Temperance card. Temperance has this really complex idea to it for me, because this is a time where you can really like sober up and see straight into this new idea, this new era for you. You've got to sober up and make really good choices right now. And you can't take everything with you. Okay, Scorp? So you need to make a list right now, and you need to then put it under your pillow, wake up in the morning, look at the list again and take things off. Edit, right? And take a really good, hard, sober look at this next era of your life, because you're not a victim in this moment, Scorpio. You're not a victim. I believe in you. Magic is real. You got to keep your dreams alive. So important. And that happens by communicating, and writing it down is the best form of communication. Really, really, truly. Okay, Saggy, you cuties. Here we go. The 6 of Lasers, 2 6s in a row. I love it. The keyword adulation. I mean, don't we all want to see the 6 of Lasers adorned so beautifully with our waxing gibbous moon, which reminds us to really open up, open the field, let yourself be celebrated, let yourself be the one that has the key light, Sag. It's awesome. Like, feel it. You worked super hard for this moment. Feel it and love it. It's really, really a well done and hard fought and earned, right? You got this. Hard fought and won. So let yourself have the key light. It's important because, we get a lot of mixed messages about what it is to celebrate ourselves. So just even if it feels awkward, Saggy, do it. Okay, celebrate yourself in this moment. All right. Capricorn. Am I wrong? Sag Cap? Yeah. 7 of waves. Everybody drink in this coven. When we pull waves, everybody drinks. We should have drank for temperance too, because that's such a card that reminds us to hydrate, hydrate. So Cappy, third quarter moon phase, time to banish, time to edit, time to let go, time to cut cords, time to choose what ingredients are going into the brew. It's time, right? You still have to make the brew. So it's not like you have any time to waste right now. You need to get into it. The key word is abundance here. You have so much going for you right now. It's almost like you have this abundance of ancestral language right now, this abundance of ancestral chatter. Now it's time for you to just sit quietly and meditate and know the right voices to shine through and to bring in. Okay? Awesome. Be your own conductor. Pull up some of the voices, right? Okay, sweeties. So after Cappy, we've got Aquarius. I really don't want to mess this up. I don't have my list in front of me. The 8 of Caves. The keyword is development. I'm loving these little twinsies, matchy coming through. 2 6s, and now we've got that 7 and an 8 combined. I love it so much. The 8 of Caves. The keyword is development. This is you working on your most prized life-changing tome, right? This is going to change your body. So keep going, keep working on it because it's changing your life. It's changing everything about you. It's changing the structure of your life. You have to be about everything that you fuck with right now. And it needs to be on the altar. This is a time to really bring in all like the phallic symbols. So you surround whatever your project is that you're working on has a symbol on your altar, and I would put all these phallic spires around it to protect it right now. This is your ancestral magic shining through, Aquarius. Love it so much. Let me know how this goes. And finally, Pisces. Here we go. The devil. I love it. The devil, of course, is sexily adorned with our balsamic moon, our super waning crescent moon, which reminds us of our needs. Do we need to stay chained to old ideas? Even if it wasn't your idea to quit something, if it's obvious in front of you that it's chaining you down, just lift those chains from your head and move on. Move on, because you have needs. There's an empty cauldron in front of you, and you have needs, and you get to name those needs. Even if you were raised to think that having needs was sinful, to fulfilling your needs being sinful, Pisces, you need to look that devil right in the eyes and just say, I'm lifting this chain and I'm moving on. Better yet, partner with the devil, because they have that power, that sass, and you just hair toss and pop that button and swivel those hips and get a move on. Pisces, you have needs and they need to be met. Okay. Fun tarot scopes for the day. So super chat is available for anybody that wants a card. It looks like Cold D. I am yours. I'm so excited to pull this card for you. And then we'll have some fun in the chat for just a few minutes. But that's it today, honeys. I've got the last bits of shipping to go to. Oh, I'm so excited. I am shipping to some reviewers today. And it's a thrill of a lifetime to do that. I'm shipping to Tarot in the City in the UK. Wonderful Martin is just, We're having so much fun behind the scenes. I absolutely love them, and I'm so excited to send them my tarot, my moon tarot, and my sex deck. Come on now, let's have some fun this winter. Let's be freaks in the sheets to keep ourselves warm. Cole D, I'm going to go back to what you said, cute heart, because I want to read this, my love. I can't get enough of you. Love to you, Mama, and love to our whole coven. Needing a card for eclipse season wisdom. Thanks, cute heart queen. You just are literally the best. So this is for your eclipse season, my darling. The Fool. Ooh, the Fool. The Fool, Cole. Honestly, if it ain't fun, we ain't doing it. The battle cry is for the fun. To the moon and back for the fun. I happen to know that the new moon is on December 3rd, the day before the solar eclipse. So literally, this is the perfect enabler card. Can I say that? That just says, like, from now through December 4th till that new moon on December 3rd, this era, this portal, it is all about fun. Like, chop off your head. We're not thinking about it. We're just doing the pleasure-filled enactments. You're doing the wild thing. You're doing the wild thing in this incredible fuchsia so everybody can see it. You're changing the waters of your body when you do this wild thing. Don't you love this picture of Juniper and that mushroom showing you that sort of mycelial web that you change when you are in pleasure? Cassandra Solano made a quote over something that I said last night in our Witchcraft Club eclipse season. And I'm gonna check it out. We had our bespoke candle service last night, Cole, and I want to tell you some nugget that came from it. So you just sit tight for just a second. It'll only take me a minute. I've got this other screen here for a reason, cute heart. Okay, here we go. Cassandra Solano, I just literally, I hopped off our live stream, our 2 hours together, and we had a few minutes after with folks that needed to hang around and get some extra mama love. I went to the loo, I popped back, and boom, there it was, this notification. Cassandra said, the love we give our bodies is the love we give to the world. I said that. And just like such a sweetheart, Cassandra put my name in there, and then they put their name in there, and it was a big moon-soaked dirt path with the cosmos twinkling. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous post. It's in my stories on Instagram. So, sweetie, the love that you give your body is the love you give the world. There's no extra points for suffering. And if you are suffering, that's divine too, literally. Apply extra love and pleasure to that. Beautiful. How fun. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. I'm just going to take a little peek at our chat here and say, hey, thank you, Cole, for hanging in. I know, so much fun. I love it so much. Yes, thank you so much. Hi, Twigs. It's good to see you. Twigs, I have my little gorgeous protection keychain. I used to have it right in arm's reach yesterday, so pardon the cleavage, cuties. Where did it go? Oh my. I've got graveyard dirt. I've got so many gorgeous things handy, but Twigs makes the coolest resin floating protection charms and love charms that you can turn into a keychain if you wanted to. And my honey, Jason, gave me one. They saw me admiring it on the internet. I literally am that person that yells out, oh my goodness, look what Claire made. Literally through my house. And Jason's quiet Cancer sneaked around and contacted Claire. It's such a treasured spell element. I'm just looking because I had it yesterday. I was playing with it. Oh, cuties. Let's see if it wants to show up. If it shows up, beautiful. Well, just know that Twigs has some dope artwork happening right now. It's so good to see you, honeys. Hi, Teresa. I love you so much. Oh, my goodness. Yes, honeys. Oh, Teresa, I love you. I can't wait to hang out in real life with all of you. And there's going to be an opportunity really soon. Just know I'm going to pop a save the date for an in real life enactment really super soon. And I am counting on this worldwide coven to show up. And it's technically in winter. So for those of you that want to be snowbirds and find yourself in a warmer climate, that's all I'm going to say. Come to me. So just stand by and please stick this Channy on post notifications to hit that bell, honeys. So I will let you know. Yes. Aw. Oh, Joanna, you got one too. I'm so glad. They're beautiful. They're so amazing. So this is social hour, cuties. Oh my, a Levy Oracle. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you. And Alchemy of Life, I'm so happy to see you. It has been a while. Your birthday was on the 17th. Oh my goodness. Yes, I've heard from Lacey. They are continuing to heal and they are not going to be making a public appearance anytime soon. But they are alive and they still make me laugh so hard. And thank you so much for being here, Alchemy of Life. Yes, hello. Hi, baby Reckon. So I want to look and see what Mel wrote here. Hey, sweet Mel, Lady Akamila. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Lady Akamia, I want to say too. Oh, thank you so much for calling me your fave witch. I love this. Witch and books, let's do it. Oh, so I might not be your fave. Witches and books are your faves. I'm open to either one. It's so good to see you. Yes. You just had to make some of the Magic live good. You'll catch up on the rest in the replay, of course. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Weird Sisters is awesome. I've got Weird Sisters handy. Hello, Daisy Blaze. Hi, cuties. It's so nice to see all of you. Well, my darling loves. Oh, Cole, I love your 1313. You're such a sweetheart. I think it's time for me to shove off. I've got, I think, 4 things that I need to pop in the mail right now. Know this, my witch shop is open. If you want my sex deck, if you want my tarot deck, if you want the next thing that happens after I send Moon Baby Magick Tarot and Altalune to a few reviewers is I'm just going to talk to a couple of friends that have shops that have showed interest in actually carrying these decks because I have like 40, maybe 50 of Moon Baby, but maybe less than that of Altalune left that might actually go into a few shops. So I will let you know how that goes. But right now, like if you want to support my work, if you want to get in on this magic, grab it. The shop is open. It's all in the description of this video. And I'm just super happy to see all of you again live stream and wait till you see the direction that things are going for my Channy. I'm just so excited. It's nice to see fresh energy over here. And it's just really good to be back. Loving you all so, so much. I hope you have a super wonderful day. Now, over here in this coven, the way that we do it is I give you a nice little ASMR goodbye while I check the chat. So you can just relax for a few minutes and vibe out to the sound of my voice. I will shield the screen. I'm looking to see, I've got something lovely to shield the screen. Look how durable my altar cloths are, sweeties. This is like a little one-off because it blurred just a little bit when we were printing it. But look how good this holds up. This is like fresh out of the washer. I'm going to use this to shield the screen. And I'm going to say goodbye to you ASMR style, honeys. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Well, I would like to know how that eclipse treated you last night. We were socked in with clouds here in California, in Southern California. And it was a beautiful, beautiful night. Loved it. Very luscious. Oh, would you like me to tell you my dream? I had a dream last night that was out there. It was wild. I had a dream I was in Ireland. Hi, sweetie. My sweetie's here. You might as well just go subscribe to their little channy too, because I think they might have something brewing over there. I had a dream I was in Ireland, and Ireland was golden rolling hills, just like Central California. And it was dry. And no one thought that was odd. I didn't even think it was odd. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Yes, everybody smash the like button. Thank you so much. And this really super gorgeous brunette femme greeted me, and we rolled up. I don't know who else I was with. It was me and Juniper for sure, my little black kitten. And I never saw Juniper. I just knew they were with me. And we were in a Jeep and we hit this berm. We just landed kind of hard as we were parking. And when we did that, we made a caldera, a cauldron, a volcano erupt, Juniper and I. And this lava began to flow and no one was panicked. They actually thought that we were rock stars for creating this. And as we did that, I came around a corner through these golden rolling hills in Ireland where I was just so happy. I felt so great. And everybody was brunette and everybody had really, really white skin. There was just so much love flowing. It was totally my ancestors. And I came around a corner and I saw this red liquid flowing out of what I thought was the side of the hill that I hit. And I said, "Oh my goodness, is that the lava?" And they said, "No, there's an Italian pipeline and they're dumping toxic, rusty water into Ireland." And it was steaming like it was lava, but it was water from Italy. It's just funny because one of my sisters during COVID did like a spit test with, I think, probably ancestry.com. And it turns out I always knew that we were Italian. We have lots and lots of Italians. So we're Celtic, like by just most of the pie, and Swedish. So my kids have Swedish blood on both sides of their parents, and Italian in a big way. I always clocked myself as being super French with this delicious, yummy nose of mine. Um, but it turns out we're not very French at all, but I still hang on to that because, come on, ménage à trois. Who's not going to say that they're French? So I hope you have a gorgeous, gorgeous weekend and come see me over at Modern Witches tomorrow. I just want to thank Weiser Books for sending me these gorgeous decks. It's been such a blast to unbox with you all. Thank you for the extra support, sweetheart Cole, and I love you all so much. Timestamps will be up in just a couple minutes. Bye-bye now. Love you. And remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell. This is my spell. Bye-bye.